It's the Sittin Sportside podcast, exclusively on 1045theteam.com.
Taliban.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something.
Hey, welcome in to the Sittin Sportside podcast right here on 1045theteam.com and the free 105 The Team app if you research. The Sittin Sportside podcast, Micah, I am amped up. What did you get me from Dunkin' Donuts? Jesus.
How's that bacon, egg, and cheese over there?
Cheese. There's a lot of cheese on that bacon, egg, and cheese, and that's,
Did you let some bacon and egg with it?
Thin mint. What am I doing?
Are you okay over there?
You got me this thin mint thing, and it's got a lot of sugar, apparently.
Bro, that's what you wanted.
And it's really, I know, I'm just saying, you got it for me.
Okay.
Giving you credit where credit's due. You picked it up on the way here.
God, it's about time.
I didn't say thin mint. I said whatever the other one was. What are the other three kinds? They have like two others.
That's what you told me, though. I'm like 90. Hold on.
No, I did.
Okay.
I did tell you that. You were thinking.
Wait, let me double check. It's like I'm 99% positive that's what you told me?
Oh, yeah, I told you that.
Okay.
All right. Mike James doesn't like to talk about NBA too much.
You're getting it today, though, folks.
But we're getting it today. We're getting Mike James on the NBA. Like, this is what everyone was hoping to get. We've had so many call-ins when I'm working traffic. Not even about traffic. It's about when Mike James is doing an NBA podcast. We had a lot of emails and all that good stuff.
Dude, Twitter even blew up with that.
He had a lot of tweets.
No.
At
That was a
Sportside
joke.
tweets.
Yeah, but seriously, though, tweet us. Really? 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes in?
Well, that was the joke. That there's no one clamoring for this, but here we are. We're doing it. All-Star Weekend. Can we just talk about the lull period right now? Sure, the football is over, and now you have the Alliance. Like, that's how bad. Not that the Alliance is bad. I mean, we can get into this on a separate podcast.
Actually, interesting. I didn't
My
watch
point
it.
is, like, that's one of the hot topics on a Monday right now. That is the lull period that happens when the Super Bowl ends and baseball starts.
But at least we have. At least it's nice that football's not over. Finally.
Okay, no, I get that. I mean, we can have this is a separate conversation. We'll tease it for a different podcast. My point is, though, the lull period is real when it comes to this time in February and even a little bit into March. But before March Madness starts, there's a huge lull period, and here we are in it. And a big part of it, though, that makes it kind of interesting a little bit, and it hurts when there's the days off. But at least for the Friday, Saturday, and the Sunday, you have some pretty interesting stuff going on with the NBA with the All-Star Weekend. It's one of probably the best mini games, if you will. Best, probably for my money, the second best actual All-Star game behind MLB. But probably the best events. I mean, home run derby to me and dunk contest and 3-point are probably my three favorites of anyone. Some of the hockey stuff doesn't get me going. The dodgeball tournament was interesting at first for NFL. It's okay.
Kind of the Pro Bowl weekend's kind of lost its luster. I feel like.
Did it ever have luster?
No, but you know what I mean. Though it's just not. It's not the same. I think the mistake was made when they made it the week before the Super Bowl. It should still be the week after the Super Bowl, because that way the people who are in the Super Bowl can still play in the Pro Bowl. Because there's we missed out on certain things. Yeah.
The whole Pro Bowl thing is a joke. Olivier Vernon was a Pro Bowler. I'm not sure he was just because everybody else pulled out because injuries or whatnot. So there's like everybody becomes a Pro Bowler. There's just that joke of the voting and the MLB that like when the Royals have like a bunch of the Cardinals, and it even sometimes there's stuff in the MLB when someone pulls out, someone becomes but it's so crazy in the NFL where just everyone becomes a Pro Bowler all of a sudden.
I think the highlight of the Pro Bowl was Jamal Adams taking out the Patriots mascot, and I'm not saying that as a Jets fan.
That was off the field, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Jets fan. I'm just saying that because
it was funny.
It was boring.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God he didn't get hurt like they claimed
luckily
he did.
to me, and a lot of people hopefully listening to this, the MLB All-Star Weekend is not boring. It starts Friday, right?
Yeah.
The
Celebrity All-Star
Were you
game,
ever...
Right?
Well, there's the Celebrity All-Star game. I have not looked at that roster. Do you have that roster?
No, let me see if I can find
you
it.
found that roster, but have you been a big-time proponent? Have you ever watched the Rising Stars Challenge?
No.
You've never watched it?
Not once in my life.
This used to be, at least in my prime growing up years, this used to be the rookie-sophomore game. So you had rookies versus second-year players.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
That's what it used to be. Then they kind of turned into something different. I believe there was captains at one point, and then now most recently, the last couple of seasons, I believe this is the second, maybe it's the third year, and this is where I've kind of tuned out of it, actually. They've tried to shake it up and make it more interesting. This is actually where I've actually tuned out of it more than it was when it was rookie-sophomores or any other way. It's now Team USA versus Team World. And it's still first and second year players. It's still the rising stars thing. The proponents that get you on a team is you're either in your first year or you're either in your second year. That still gets you on a team. But to me, the luster is gone. I'm not going to list the people who have made these teams. You can look those up yourself.
I made it.
But let me tell you, though, this, Mike. This is a small rant, and it's only a Capital Region rant, really. Kevin Huerter, for all the people on this team, and you go on Team World more than not, Kevin Huerter deserves to be in there over some of these guys.
He's not on there.
OG Anunoby.
Who?
Rodions Kurucs from the Nets.
Okay, hold on. Two things here before you go on. I don't follow the NBA, and I'm a Nets fan. I don't know who that guy is. And the other thing is, I don't know who OG Ogabanugi is either. But I follow the NBA enough to know who most people are. Who the hell is OG Ogabanugi?
Anunoby. He's a I believe he played at Indiana. I could be wrong. So he's gotten some time with Minnesota. He is also a rookie. With along with Kevin Huerter. Excuse me, he's a second-year player. And I believe he plays for Toronto. He plays for the Toronto Raptors.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. He is from Indiana. I was right.
Okay.
Looks like he's a second-year player. But he's on the world team because he's from, I believe, Nigeria.
Okay. Well,
and so that puts
kind
him
of name makes
on
sense.
the world. But it makes a sense, but it makes me where it has, I'm a little like, he's from England.
Oh.
Sorry.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Slight difference.
I could have sworn I read once that he was from, a country in Africa, but I guess this says hometown London, England.
Did you read that on Wikipedia that he was from Nigeria?
I don't remember. I think it was on actually on ESPN. Maybe I'll look up a different, not to make this podcast all about Googling things, which we have been here. My point is, though, Mike, Kevin Huerter, his numbers are probably good enough, better than OG Anunoby, but he doesn't make it because he's an American. That's what happened.
Can you say OG's name 10 times fast, please?
No, but that's what happened, though. Let's not bury this. Like, this is what happened. Kevin Huerter is an American citizen, and this has nothing to do. I'm not talking like it's not like a good thing, but
it's
the
true.
reason why OG made it was because he's on Team World.
Because he's a G, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And Kevin Huerter, whose numbers are probably right there, if not better, he's been consistent with the Hawks, same position. Should probably be on one of these teams, but because it's a world thing, they already have enough Americans.
That's because Huerter's not a G, bro. If he was KG Huerter, no, is that too soon? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I mean, even Rodions Kurucs, same thing. Like these aren't guys that are having great years, like better than Kevin Huerter. I mean, not that Huerter's only averaging like 9 points something per game, but he's had some 20-pointers. He's had some big time three. Like he had a game last week where he went off. That's my mini rant. I'm sure you probably heard enough about Huerter, but I still think that, like, let's be honest here. The format that I used to like watching this game was rookies versus sophomores. Let's not bury that lead. I liked watching rookies versus sophomores. I didn't necessarily love it when they did it when they changed this to Team US versus Team World. And now that format is shutting out players who possibly deserve it more than others. So I don't know if this is the best way to do the Rising Stars Challenge. Do you have the celebrity roster?
I do. Hold on, I gotta pull it back up.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna guess that Win Butler's on it again. And
here's the home team: Mike Coulter. For those who don't know who that is,
Luke Cage.
There you go. Some guy named Chris Daughtry. Never heard of him. I hear he's some singer or something, right?
Chris Daughtry's playing? Really?
That was a joke. I know who he is.
No, but he's actually playing.
Terrence J.
It's in Charlotte, right? So, like, any of these players have any... Does he have a connection to Charlotte?
I don't know, but there's an interesting one on here. We got Terrence J. I'm not quite sure who he is, to be honest with you. On air, it says on air host actor, famous Los, comedian, social media influencer. I'm gonna skip this next one because this one's quite interesting. Rhapsody, rapper, recording artist. Bo Reinhardt, Need to Breathe, vocalist and musician. J.B. Smoove.
Yeah, of course, JB.
The greatest receiver in Carolina Panthers history, Steve Smith.
All right, there you go. That's
Aja Wilson, 2018. I might have said her name wrong.
It's Asia, I think.
Is it? Yeah. WNBA Rookie of the Year. Jay Williams and the hometown hero, Jason Weinman. Here is the most interesting one on the home team. Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz.
He's not gonna get much playing time, but it's interesting. I mean,
it's a celebrity game.
yeah,
All right.
interesting. All right,
Away team.
not blown away by the home team. Not blown away.
There's nothing on the. There's absolutely nothing. Nobody. This game sucks. Oh my God. The away team. I take that back. There's a Hall of Famer. Wait a minute. And is he? Well, I guess he is. Oh, this year, I think.
Welcome to Mike James Reads and Thinks.
That's bad news. Okay, so the away team, Ronnie 2K, Director of Influencer Marketing, 2K Sports, Ray Allen,
There you go.
AJ Buckley, Bad Bunny, who if you have a name named Bad Bunny, you must suck. He's a recording artist. Stephanie Dolson, WNBA Chicago Sky Center. Mark Lazary, pardon me if I'm saying that wrong, that's co-owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Hazan Minhaj, actor, comedian, host of Netflix's Patriot Act with Hazan
I believe that
Minhaj.
Bucks owner has what? He has like the daughter that's like really good looking.
I have no idea. I will take your word for it. Quavo.
Yeah, because she was like, people were drooling over her because she was at the combine.
Oh, okay. Quavo.
Obviously, Mike James wasn't.
Just kidding.
Quavo?
Quavo.
You mean Quavo?
Whatever. Comedian about Last Night podcast, Adam Ray. Amanda Seales, actor, comedian, recording artist. James Shaw Jr., another hometown hero. And Brad Williams, comedian about Last Night podcast.
You know
I think I'd rather watch paint dry.
Home team. Taking the home team.
Can I take paint drying instead?
Sure. Who are you taking? I'm taking the home team there, and I'm taking Team USA. Can't go with Team World at this point. What are you going?
Yeah, I agree.
Team
with
World's, I think, one of the last 2 years, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but they got Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Luka's probably going to go off.
Oh,
Ben Simmons
my
as
boy. Myron Bagley. Team USA, baby. I got to take the USA. My boys
course.
Tatum and Bagley. Come on.
All right, let's get down to business here. For the last three competitions, so Saturday. Is there that shooting stars challenge anymore? I don't think there is. I don't
it's
see
listed on here.
Is it listed, the shooting stars? Well, I don't have the roster of shooting stars.
No, it's a skill, just a skills challenge.
Skills challenge is still a thing. They used to do shooting stars where they used to do like a layup, free throw, and half court. What they had like.
That's not just the skills challenge?
No, never seen the skills challenge. Do I have to explain what the skills challenge? Welcome to Mike James on the NBA podcast.
Bro, I barely know what the NBA is anymore since Jason Kidd retired.
This is nothing new. I mean, it's I believe, I don't know the exact. They have to make passes through a tire or kind of through a tire type of thing. They have to make a layup, 3-pointer, dribble around things. It really comes down to who makes a three. Honestly, it really comes down to who makes the three. Honestly, it really does. But here it is. Last few years, Kristaps Porzingis won this one. They started doing big men versus guards. So they would have a guard bracket and then they'd have a big men bracket, and then the big men and the guard who won would face in the finals. This year they're doing the same thing. It looks like they have Luka Doncic, Trae Young, De'Aaron Fox, and Mike Conley as the guards, and the big men: Nikola Jokic, Jason Tatum, Kyle Kuzma, and Nikola Vucevic. Bigger men: Jokic and Vucevic. Kuzma and Tatum are the forwards. Still big, but they have probably the upper hand. I'm going Jokic. This guy's been an all-star this season. I'm going Jokic in this competition. I know I think it's going to be Doncic probably versus Jokic.
They can both
Trae Young
shoot.
can shoot, so that will get him probably a huge boost possibly. I think Jokic is going to win this. What about you?
I think it definitely comes down to Doncic and Jokic, like you said.
All right. I'm glad that you like mine.
I agree, though. I mean, they're two of the best in the game right now. Mm-hmm. You can't take it away from them.
Doncic, look, if it's taking a while for anyone to get on board, if it has, that last game against Portland, he just looked amazing in that one. Yeah. So, I mean, he's...
I think the Mavs are going to be okay.
Rookie of the year for sure.
What do you think?
I think they're going to be good. I don't know.
If KP stays healthy.
That's a big part of it. They're going to need one more piece, though.
Yeah.
Unless the West all of a sudden depletes, which it won't.
No,
so it'd be interesting. Can you attract a Klay Thompson? Can you attract something else? I mean, you just traded Harrison Barnes. And
if
Harrison Barnes
is the guy you're supposed to bring in. Hello.
That's my guess is why they traded Harrison Barnes, because they're looking to make room for somebody else. So we're both on the Jokic train. Do you pick Jokic or Doncic?
Who'd you pick?
I picked Jokic.
I'm going Doncic.
All right, there you go.
I'll go opposite on that just because.
Three-point contest is interesting. Got both Curry brothers in this. Curry's won. Steph Curry has won.
Steph Curry
this
wins this for fun. There's no way he loses. Who's going to be?
He lost last year.
He ain't losing this one. The only person I think can beat him in here is Lillard. I'm kind of upset that James Harden or James Harden's not in there. Can't think of where I was going with that.
Where you going? Who else? Who else do you want to see in this?
Klay Thompson, his teammate.
Yeah, Klay used to be. Klay used to do this a lot of times, and he'd probably be like, "Yeah, enough is enough." The other cool person in this competition, Dirk Nowitzki,
100-year-old Dirk.
Last year, probably for Dirk, right? And,
watch Dirk win it. Dirk will just go out there. Dirk ready to shoot.
I wouldn't count him out. I think Danny Green is the dark horse, along with Joe Harris.
Remember how good he was when he first came up with San Antonio? Now he's like forgotten now.
He's forgotten from you.
No,
he's on one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, who's gonna suck next year when Kawhi walks away?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Buddy Hield. I'll pick Buddy Hield.
Ooh, Oklahoma Sooner, Buddy Hield.
Yes, of course.
Not Mike.
I think this will be interesting. I think your point about Steph Curry is valid. I mean, he's won this before, best 3-point shooter that people think in the league. I think it's not true. I'm
gonna change my pick.
I think Klay Thompson is the best pure shooter. But Curry's probably the best 3-point shooter.
Let me say this.
Dirk. Let me rephrase that. Curry's the best shooter in terms of volume. Say that, but not the best shooter of all time. No. Ray Allen. We didn't know this before on a podcast.
Klay might go down as the best when it's all said and done, just because
possibly,
just because of how good he really is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Which is why he might leave. Now, people are saying he'll stay, but there's a chance he leaves just for that purpose alone.
But to me,
if Durant leaves, I think Thompson's got it. I mean, I don't know. You're still good, but
to me, Ray Allen's had the most beautiful jump shot in NBA history that I ever saw.
It was smooth.
Yeah.
Curry's gonna shatter his record for most 3-pointer made, but
he's an arrogant prick, and there was nothing better than when he fell flat on his face.
That's when
we
talked about this last.
Yeah,
that's when we talked about this last. You brought that up. It was in our last I Got a Question segment.
He's really good, and I won't take that away from him. But he's just too arrogant. Everything he deserves, when he fails, he deserves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you what you're saying. So that should be an interesting 3-point contest at least. At the very least, it should be fun to watch.
I'm actually gonna take Dirk.
You're taking Dirk
just because I feel like the old man's in trouble.
It'd be fun if he won in his last, hurrah, so to speak. Especially,
Should put Dirk in the dunk contest.
Well, that's a good segue. As I'm taking Buddy Hield in the 3-point contest. We're going to the slam dunk contest. Does this bother you? And we're not going to name anybody yet. Does it bother you that all 4 participants are either rookies or second-year players? Does it bother you?
Dude,
at all?
I've never heard of half these guys. Just kidding. I have heard of half of them.
So you heard of 2?
Yeah.
Does it bother you? Answer the question. Does it bother you that these guys are all either rookies or second-year players? Would you rather see more seasoned people in this? Like a Blake Griffin when he was in it.
I want to see, I think they need to just pay people like LeBron and them to show up in the dunk contest just because we need something fun.
What's the incentive for LeBron to do this?
Pay him, give him money.
You
say, hey,
LeBron needs more money.
Or just say, or you know what, we'll donate the money to charity, to your charity or something.
Could you imagine if the NBA came out and said, hey, we got $1 million, we'll donate it to charity, and LeBron says no?
I don't think he would do it.
You would do it?
He'd do it. I don't know
if it'd be professional for the NBA to do this, but if they came out and just said, yeah, LeBron, if you do this, we're going to donate money to charity. If you don't, we're not. And LeBron says no?
You know what?
That would be such a jerk move by the NBA.
You know what they should have done this year? Just because they should have called Zion Williamson in to the dunk contest. Celebrity dunk contest, put Zion in against these guys and watch him show them all up in this contest. It won't even be close.
He's going to do it next year. Calm down.
I can't wait. I mean,
he's going to be doing it next year. Just calm
down.
See you
in Pittsburgh next year? Can't wait.
Just calm down. All right. So the 3 or 4 participants, as I mentioned, they're all either rookies or second-year players. You have Dennis Smith Jr., now of the New York Knicks. The last time a New York Knick has won this competition, Nate Robinson. So that could be an interesting, maybe at least a silver lining for how bad the Knicks have been this season. Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets, of course, former Michigan State star. I think he's kind of the sleeper along with Hamidou Diallo of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's the rookie from Kentucky. I think he's had a lot of chances. He looked really athletic during his combine and rookie season so far with Oklahoma City. So he's a guy that really isn't getting him any minutes whatsoever on the team that he's on right now. It's almost like Jeremy Evans in that kind of perspective of possibly like, look, this is a guy who doesn't get a lot of time, and he's going to be able to have that opportunity now on the Oklahoma City Thunder in the dunk contest to show, hey, look, I can actually do something. And like I said, even with Jeremy Evans, you didn't have to be good, a good basketball player even per se, to do that. So moving on, John Collins as well as the fourth and final. He's really good. So when I look at, excuse me. Come on, Mike, get in on this. Who do you got?
You
who
okay
do you
over
like
there?
those for? Dennis Smith Jr., Miles Bridges, John Collins, teammate of Kevin Huerter, one of the more athletic guys.
Dennis Smith Jr.
I would like that. I would like that for the Knicks. I really would. I'm gonna go John Collins. I think he's the chalk pick. I'll go John Collins.
Can you explain something? Who the hell is Hamidou Diallo?
He's a rookie from Kentucky. You not hear me say this? I was explaining it, and you were sitting right there. How did you
I
not
missed
listen?
that. I'm sorry.
How did you miss that? How do you miss it? I was talking to you.
I
was talking to you.
You sure
All
it wasn't
right.
when I walked out the door to let AJ in?
The hell is wrong with you?
Where do you want me to start? You almost said an inappropriate word for our podcast.
I did not almost say it. What is wrong with you, Mike?
I'm taking Dennis Smith Jr.
What is wrong with you?
No duh.
All right. Since you already went fourth wall, broke the fourth wall that I was, filibustering, you might as well do this now. What channel are we putting this through?
What?
We're podcasting right now, but we have to get into a basketball game. What channel
Compass
is it? It's
Media
Compass Media.
Networks.
All right. So I'll put Compass Media up and on when this is done. Is it right at is it right, is it right at 6:45?
I think so.
Should I add a little bit
Give it 30 seconds over just in case.
30 seconds over just in case?
I'd rather be 30 seconds late than,
Yeah. We're looking at another. Anyway, how you feeling? How you feeling about this dunk contest? You looking forward to it?
Yeah. Like you said, I'm picking Dennis Smith Jr. There's nobody in there that makes me go, woo.
Yeah, like I said, John Collins seems to be the chalk pick. I do feel though that that Hamidou Diallo could shock people. So since the cat's out of the bag, do you remember Jeremy Evans when he won it? Like these guys that people have no idea. Oh, I guess you don't. But there's guys that you don't know who they are as basketball players. But do you remember when Devin White was in it?
Yeah,
Devin
kind
White.
of.
He was kind of like the tall, skinny guy from Phoenix.
Yeah.
He didn't win it, but he was like a guy that no one knew who the heck he was because he doesn't play basketball for the team that he's on. But at the same time, he has a lot of athleticism and can dunk. You don't have to be a good basketball player to be able to dunk.
I can dunk.
Just look up Jordan Kilganon or whatever. He's a guy who just does a bunch of weird dunks
I can dunk.
in jeans really easily. And he's not even a good basketball player because he's obviously not in the NBA. So there's that kind of factor that I think factors into Hamidou Diallo. He was a big prospect though from Kentucky, so he has some pedigree. But I'll go chalk pick with John Collins. Which event? Last but not least, which event are you looking forward to the most? I think that it comes down between two every year: 3-point contest or slam dunk, or the All-Star game itself. Though, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Probably the All-Star game this year.
Really? Do you like the drafting? This is the first year of the drafting, right? Do you like
I think
that?
it's the second year, isn't it?
Is it the second year?
I don't think it's bad.
It might be the second year. I don't like it. Once again, with the whole world versus USA, Mike, I think you're right. I think it is the second year, but it's East versus West. That is the All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's AL versus NL.
It's
AFC versus NFC.
Let's not forget too, though,
it's the Metropolitan versus the whatever the other division is.
let's not
in
forget
hockey.
the fact that LeBron
this is
got tampering
pick up
charges.
Say that again.
Don't forget LeBron got tampering charges too for saying he was I drafted because Anthony Davis.
why
Oh
he
yeah, I want him
drafted.
on my team.
Yeah.
Come on, that's stupid.
Did he get fined?
No, but he got a slap on the wrist.
Well, you got a slap on the wrist.
That's daily.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, this has been a fun podcast. I'm looking forward most to the slam dunk contest every single year, whether it's good or bad. That's probably my most.
I'm taking Team
event.
LeBron Sunday.
What's the other team? Giannis.
Giannis. Antetokounmpo.
I'll take Giannis. I don't know.
Antetokounmpo.
What team is Westbrook on?
I think he's on LeBron's, isn't
If
he?
he's on LeBron, whatever team Westbrook is on, I'm taking that team. Another MVP All-Star game for Russell Westbrook. Book it.
You can book it.
Maybe. All right, so you can listen to all our podcasts on youtube.com/Team1045 on the Sittin Sportside podcast tab. Another way to get there, though, is 1045theteam.com. Click on the podcast tab, Sittin Sportside podcast. I just did a catcher rankings of all of the fantasy baseball. I didn't rank them, but I gave you my overview of the catcher position in fantasy baseball.
ZT Real Muto number 1.
He's number one. He will be number one. My guy, though, that I want the most is Gary Sanchez. So listen to that podcast if you want the rest. Sleepers and whatnot. It's a really weak position. It's a terrible position.
Terrible.
Awful. Awful position. And we are in the awful position to have to sign off. You talk forever if we wanted to, but we're not. Mike, I'm not sure you're allowed to say it anymore. But because of the other podcasts out there that we are in obviously direct competition with, but I'll let you say it.
Oh, stay classy, Capital Region.